All right, I am Jeremy Copley. I'm interviewing Jacob Bush. We are at the Camden Carroll Library at Morehead State University. It is October 23rd, 2020, and it is about 12:21. So we'll go ahead and begin this interview. Jacob, question one, where are you from originally?
I'm from Powell County, Kentucky.
Okay. Do you currently reside in Morehead?
I do. I live in Cartmel Hall.
What's your year and major?
I'm a junior with a public history bachelor.
Okay. Do you work at the university, and for how long?
I do. I'm an RA, and I have been working for the university for about 2.5 years.
Okay. When did you first hear about coronavirus, and what were your initial thoughts?
I know that it was a bit earlier in the year. It was about midway through last semester, and I originally thought that it was a pretty big deal. I knew that these kind of viruses could spread in certain cases, kind of similar to how bird flu had and diseases of that nature. And I just hoped that it would stay rather in Europe or in Asia and far from America.
What was it like leaving campus last semester?
It was really wild. I wasn't expecting it. I remember all the way through, the professors were just telling us, like, it'll blow over or it won't be big here. Whenever I went home, it was a big shock. I wasn't really expecting that. And I know it really hinged on a lot of things.
How was switching to online learning last semester?
Online learning was tough. Surprisingly, I did better online learning than I was in person, but I know I didn't like it. It was really bad for my mental health, being purely online with no way of doing my normal ways of coping with work.
How has daily life been during the pandemic?
Daily, it's pretty wild. I mean, I've become a lot more used to it now than I was, but I know that I'm always just looking for my mask every morning. My mask is my priority. I rarely take it off, even though we have our guidelines where we can take them off outside if we're 6 feet away, but I'm constantly always wearing it, afraid that I'll catch COVID.
How has the pandemic changed the way you use technology?
I already had a high dependence on technology. I used it for a lot of things throughout my life, but I know that I have become more reliant, as most people probably have. I use it. This is the first time I've ever had a fully online class and have to learn online and stuff, so I've become more dependent.
How do you feel about the rules and guidelines the university, state government, and federal government have implemented?
The university has been very good. I know that for a while they were telling us about the cases that we were having. That's been a little bit more dwindling lately. I don't know if that's because there's less cases or because it's higher than we expected. As for the state and federal government, they could have isolated a bit longer possibly, but at the same time I understand that they're trying to go back to normalcy as much as possible, and that some businesses wouldn't be able to survive any longer in quarantine, which is something that I would hate. But as for that, I think they're doing well beyond that.
I agree. Do you find there to be enough information available on COVID-19?
I think there is if you look for it. Personally, I've done a lot of research. I'm used to researching things, so I've found what I need to know. But I've found it to be easy to access.
How transparent do you feel the university has been in keeping the campus community informed?
I know that they are constantly giving us new updates about different vaccines they have for other things so that we don't get that and COVID at the same time if that were to happen. For a long while, they were telling us about new cases that popped up and what the numbers were. I don't know if that's still going on. I haven't been keeping as much insight on it, but they're doing pretty well.
How has COVID-19 affected you?
Oh, wow. It's been a wild time for me. My little cousins, they got it. My aunt got it. So there was a long period where everybody was just afraid in my family to go out and see each other. And it makes it kind of hard because I have a grandmother who has lung cancer already, and I don't want to bring it to her, so I'm a lot more cautious about going home with COVID-19 going on. And it's going to leave a lasting impression on everybody's lives who have lived through this period. I can see that. So,
do you have anything else you'd like to talk about?
Mostly I'd just like to say that I hope that we can keep continuing to see this as a I hope that this helps us grow into a community that understands the dangers of such things and there's not a lot of anti-maskers or anti-sickness people out there from now on, and that we kind of wake up and realize that these things exist and we need to better prepare for them next time.
I concur. All right. Thank you, Jacob.
Thank you.